Welcome to the weekly Political Roundup. In this special episode of the news report, we will try to wrap up the major happenings of this week. India carries out an airstrike on Jaish-e-Mohammed training camps. The Pulwama terror attack on February 14th, in which 40 CRPF soldiers were martyred, escalated the already simmering tensions between India and Pakistan, after the Jaish-e-Mohammed claimed responsibility of the attack, which operates from Pakistani soil. The demands of giving a befitting reply were growing stronger. Almost 12 days after the Pulwama attack, India conducted an airstrike on the terror camps across the line of control, post-midnight on Tuesday. 12 Indian fighter jets Mirage 2000 dropped 1,000 kilograms of bombs on terrorist camps. According to the reports, the airstrike was carried out at 3 locations, one in Balakot, which is approximately 40 kilometers from the line of control, Muzaffarabad, which is approximately 150 kilometers from Srinagar, and Chakoti, which is in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The first confirmation of the attack came from the Pakistan itself, as its DGISPR Major General Asif Ghafoor tweeted about the airstrike. As soon as the news of the airstrike was confirmed, several political leaders, including Congress President Rahul Gandhi, congratulated the Air Force on the achievement. Later in the day, Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale conducted a press conference and informed that Jaish-e-Mohammed was attempting another suicide terror attack, and thus the Air Force conducted a non-military preemptive airstrike. However, he did not confirm the number of casualties in the airstrike. Till today, there hasn't been any official number of terrorists killed in the airstrike announced by the Indian forces or the government. Soon after, Pakistan government conducted an emergency meeting and it termed the airstrike as an act of aggression by India and said it will retaliate. Pakistan captures Indian Air Force pilot. A day after India carried out an airstrike across LOC, Pakistani jets violated India's airspace in bid to retaliate. The aircraft entered into Indian airspace in Nowshera. Indian Air Force, however, responded quickly and chased the Pakistani F-16 away. However, in this confrontation, India lost a MiG-21 aircraft. Pakistan claimed that its F-16 fighter jet shot down an Indian MiG-21 Bison and the pilot of the aircraft is in their custody. India, on the other hand, claimed that it lost a MiG-21 aircraft which shot down Pakistan's F-16 first. The Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ravish Kumar further informed that the pilot is missing in action. In the evening, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan issued a statement in which he confirmed that IAF Pilot Wing Commander Abhinandan Varthaman of the MiG-21 is in their custody. Pakistan also put out the video of the captive pilot. Soon after the video appeared, the demands of Abhinandan's release started growing. On Wednesday evening, the Ministry of External Affairs summoned Pakistan's Deputy High Commissioner and strongly demanded that IAF pilot must be returned to India. The Ministry of External Affairs also pointed out that Pakistan Air Force had tried to hit military target after violating the Indian airspace. It has also been made clear to Pakistan that no harm should be caused to the IAF wing commander. Abhinandan returns. As India started putting diplomatic pressure on Pakistan for the release of wing commander Abhinandan, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan in his parliament announced that the country will release captive pilot as a gesture of peace. The announcement came a day after Abhinandan's arrest. However, Pakistan turned down India's request to send him back through a special flight. Instead, Pakistan said that Abhinandan will be returned through Attari-Wagah border. After a day-long wait on Friday, Abhinandan crossed the border and arrived at Wagah. He was soon whisked away by the IAF officials in a convoy by Indian officials away from the public glare. He was taken to the Air Force Central Medical Establishment after returning, where he underwent a series of medical tests as a part of cooling down process. Early Saturday morning, Varthaman met his immediate family members as well as several top officials of the Indian Air Force. India at OIC. While India and Pakistan were involved in a military confrontation over the week, Minister of External Affairs Sushma Swaraj attended the Organization of Islamic Cooperation meeting. Addressing the meeting as a guest of honor, she said that India will work with the OIC to build a bridge of understanding and reduce barriers across cultures. She prominently raised the problem of terrorism at the OIC while maintaining that the fight against terrorism is not a confrontation against any religion. She even invoked the Quran and Vedas to highlight that every religion in the world stands for peace.
Excellencies and Your Highness, terrorism and extremism bear different names and labels. It uses diverse causes, but in each case, it is driven by distortion of religion and a misguided belief in its power to succeed. The fight against terrorism is not a confrontation against any religion. It cannot be. Just as Islam literally means peace, none of the 99 names of Allah mean violence. Similarly, every region in the world stands for peace, compassion, and brotherhood. There is a verse in the Holy Quran which says, La ikra fi ad-din. Let there be no compulsion in religion. There is another surah, Al-Hujurat, which says, O mankind, we created you from a single pair of male and female, and made you into nations and tribes, so that you may know one another, not that you may despise one another. Similarly, the same message was given by the founder, Guru of Sikhism, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he says, and I quote, Awwal Allah noor upaya, kudrat ke sab bande, ek noor te sab jag upjya, kaun phale ko mande. This means, first Allah created light. Then, by His creative power, He made all mortal beings. From that one light, the entire world came into being. So who is good and who is bad? Your Highness and Excellencies, India has always embraced and found it easy to embrace pluralism, since it is embedded in the oldest Sanskrit religious text, the Rig Veda, and I quote, Ekam sadvipra bahuda vadanti, which means, God is one, but learned men describe Him in many ways. Our great philosopher Swami Vivekananda said that this phrase from the Rig Veda has given the theme to all subsequent thoughts to India, and one that will be the theme of the whole world of religions.
Pakistan boycotted the meeting over inclusion of India, which was considered as India's diplomatic lead. However, a day after the OIC adopted a resolution on Jammu and Kashmir, which condemned the atrocities and human rights violations in the state by the Indian forces. The resolution on Kashmir had even phrases such as Indian terrorism. In response, India issued a statement saying that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of the country and the matter is strictly internal to India. Congress today slammed the government, terming the OIC episode is a diplomatic disaster. BJP seals alliance in Punjab. The only major political event this week was the alliance between BJP and Akali Dal in Punjab. BJP President Amit Shah on Thursday announced that his party and its old ally, the Akali Dal, will fight Lok Sabha polls together and contest on the same number of seats in Punjab as in 2014 general election. The Shiromani Akali Dal will fight on 10 seats while the BJP will fight on 3 seats. That's all in today's weekly political roundup. Stay tuned to HW News for more news and updates.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.